Good evening, everybody. Welcome to SHN Sports presentation of Georgetown Eagle Baseball. We're live here at the Diamond at Leander on the campus of Leander High School. The Lions, the host tonight for the Georgetown Eagles in 25-5A District Baseball. 3301 South Baghdad Road. That's where we sit tonight. If you can't make it, join us live here on the SHN. I'm Wally Harmon. Unfortunately, my sidekick Kelly DeVoll unable to get here tonight. Hopefully, I'm not going to hold my breath, but hopefully he'll be on the road tomorrow at Round Rock High School for the 1 o'clock game or noon game. I can't remember which it is, noon tomorrow against the Round Rock Dragons. But tonight, more importantly, it's district play. The Leander Lions, the home team, the Georgetown Eagles on the road. And I tell you what, they're looking sharp tonight. The white pants with the black and blue piping. The black jerseys, blue numerals, blue lettering, outlined in white. The black hats with the blue talon on front. The Leander Lions in the home white pants, white jerseys with lions in blue, outlined in red. The red caps and the red stockings for the Leander Lions out of the first base dugout. We're set up down low tonight. The angle is totally different than what we have at home. And so just understand we're going to have people walking in front of the camera tonight. So you're going to see headshots amongst other action being played today. Taking the coach's box, the head coach for the Leander High School Lions, Matt Grissom, is the head coach. He's at home plate meeting with the two umpire crew, along with your head coach, Jordan Vieira, and Jared Fremel. Jared, coach, manager, friend, the one that makes this program tick. Coach sent out there was a tweet today from Eagle Fight Never Dies, the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Twitter. It is so true. Jared can pump a crowd up. He's the one that can get them going at home, sings the most beautiful rendition of the national anthem every time it's played, gets these players going, and has a bond here. And so just a shout-out to Jared. He's there with Coach Vieira at home plate. The starting lineup for the Leander Lions. We'll go back to that. And we're going to have to do everything's having to be held down just in case of the wind tonight. Understand? So if I'm delayed, it's just in preparation to make sure papers do not fly. Starting off, leading off for the Leander Lions and playing left field is a 6-foot, 170-pound senior, number 11, Caden Wheatley. Batting second, playing second base, is a 5'9 senior, number 7, Andrew Buentello. Batting third and playing shortstop, a 6'3 senior, number 2, Jaron Cotton. Batting fourth and playing first base is number 18, a 6'4 senior, Dylan Capers. Batting fifth and playing third base is a 5'10 senior, number 22, Lucas Flores. Batting sixth for the Lions and catching behind the plate is a 6-foot senior, number 21, Caden Sisson. Batting seventh and the designated hitter tonight for the Lions is a 5'10 sophomore, number 19, Damian Stout. Batting eighth is the 5'10 senior, number 8, Nathan Seaman. And batting ninth is the center fielder. He's a 5'8 junior, number 5, Aiden Salazar. So the top third for the Lions, Wheatley, Buentello, and Cotton. The middle third, Capers, Flores, and Sisson. And the bottom third, Stout, Seaman, and Salazar. Starting things out on the mound for the Lions is a 6'2 senior, number 17, Harrison Thayer. Harrison Thayer on the mound for the Leander Lions. Let's take a quick timeout, gather up, switch it over, get ready for the Georgetown starting lineup and the national anthem and first pitch right around the corner. You're listening to Eagle Baseball here on SHN Sports. back here on SHN Sports coverage of Georgetown Eagle baseball. We'll go to the starting lineup for your Georgetown Eagles. Starting, batting number 1 and playing shortstop is a junior, number 21, Eli Hellman. Batting second and catching is the senior, number 19, Zachary Mozick. Batting third and playing second base is number 2, senior E.J. Davis. Batting fourth and playing first base is a senior, number 25, Reese Bell. Batting fifth and DHing is a senior, number 6, Landon Heil. Batting sixth and playing left field is a senior, number 3, Ty Klaus Kissamore. Batting seventh and playing third base is a senior, number 5, Logan Smith. Batting eighth and playing right field is a senior, number 10, Jacob Haddon. And batting ninth and playing center field is a senior, number 16, Andon Petty. On the mound for your Georgetown Eagles tonight is number 13, a senior, Nick Nolan. Nick Nolan on the mound to start things off for the Georgetown Eagles. Nolan comes into the ballgame with a 3.93 ERA. Struck out 11, walked 8. He's allowed 7 runs, 6 of them earned. He's given him 9 hits. This will be his 4th start in the year. He's currently 2-0 in the record book. We'll go to the national anthem, be back with tonight's first pitch. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. We're back here live at the Diamond at Leander on the campus of Leander High School in Leander, Texas. Welcome to SHN Sports presentation of Georgetown Eagle baseball. The Eagles coming to the ball game 3-0 in district play, 12-1 overall. And I hit the wrong button there. So many computers going, things trying to hold down the wind. I apologize. Remember, understand, we are down low in the stands tonight. So you are going to see random heads walk by on screen. Nothing we can do about it here. Hopefully they'll duck in and out and not be in the middle of a big play. But just so you understand, we are sitting right above the backstop. Put on that crowd mic right behind home plate as well. The Leander Lions finishing warm-ups here. The starting pitcher there, the throw down. And that'll bring up the bat. Eli Hellman will come up to bat for the first time on the evening. Harmon steps in with a .359 batting average. He'll lead it off from the right side here in the top of the first. Harmon, Mazik, and Davis due up here in the top of the first for the Eagles. We'll set the defensive look for the Lions. The first pitch on the outside corner for strike one. Oh, and 1 to count to Eli Harmon. Second pitch outside makes it 1-1. To the senior shortstop. Correction, to the junior shortstop, Eli Harmon. There from the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, 1-2 now. To the Harmon, the shortstop. Defensively for the Lions across the infield. Flores at third base, Cotton at short. Mointello at second base, Capers at first base. Sisson behind the plate. The 1-2 pitch outside for ball 2. 2-2 evens up the count to Harmon. In the outfield, Wheatley in left, Salazar in center, and Seaman in right field for the Lions. Home plate umpire took time, stepped out. Now the 2-2 pitch to Harmon. Breaking ball fouled off back to the screen for Harmon, staying alive in the at-bat. Two balls, 2 strikes for the junior shortstop, Harmon. Back in there, the pitch. Breaking pitch, outside corner, called strike 3. And the first out of the inning for the Eagles. That'll step in the catcher, number 19, Zachary Mazik. Senior catcher steps in from the left side. Mazik steps in, batting .600 on the year. He's walked 11 times, struck out 3. He'll step in here with 1 out here in the top of the first inning. There from the windup. Pitch in there for strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 1 out here in the top half of the first inning. The 0-1 pitch. Just outside for ball 1. 1-1 to count now. The 1-1 pitch from there. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. For Mazik. One ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. It's high for ball 2. 2-1 now. 2-2 the count to Mazik. 1 out. There with the 2-2 pitch. And Mazik will wear it. Hit by a pitch. Catcher saying he stuck his leg out there trying to get the umpire to overrule it. And here comes coach for Leander, Matt Grissom. Now the home plate umpire going to go out and talk to the field umpire. As it sits right now, you'll have Mazik down at first base, being courtesy run for by Wade Denton. Discussion between the umpires. They're going to leave the runner down at first base. So Wade Denton in to run. And that'll bring up number 2, E.J. Davis. E.J. comes in with a .514 batting average. E.J. started out the scoring for Georgetown on Tuesday night against Eastview at home. 3 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the first, and he hit a home run over the right field wall. There, throws over. Wade Denton dives back in safely, being held on there by Capers. But E.J. started that scoring a 2-run, or a 2-out solo home run. He takes the first pitch from there inside for ball 1. E.J. hit that bomb and kept the inning going. And then Reese Bell followed up with a base hit. Another pickoff attempt. Denton dives back in safely. Capers threw it back to Thayer. Hard to see right into the sun. Down the first baseline. Third baseman backing up there. Davis went 1 for 2. Had a home run. Scored twice. Was hit by a pitch and walked. Takes this pitch outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count now to E.J. Davis. Wade Denton down at first. Mazick hit by a pitch. Catcher gets to go suit up. Another pickoff attempt. Denton dives back safely. Two balls, no strikes, a 2-0 pitch. It's low for ball 3. 3-0 the count now. EJ way ahead here with 1 out in the top of the first. Take it all the way. This pitch in there for strike, called strike. 3-1 now the count to E.J. Davis. Coach Vieira gives the signs. Davis from the right side, back in the box. Denton leads off first. From the stretch, there delivers the 3-1 pitch outside, ball 4. Throw back behind Denton, but to no avail as Denton free pass down to second base. So in steps Reese Bell. Reese steps in with a .500 batting average. 23 RBIs on the young season. Has an opportunity here. He's got runners on first and second with 1 out. E.J. Davis down at first. Wade Denton, the courtesy runner, down at second. Bell from the right side there from the stretch. Comes set, looks back at Denton. He'll deliver the first pitch. And it's in there for a called strike. No balls, 1 strike. 1 out here in the top of the first. Denton leads off second. There, looks back. Now will deliver the 0-1 pitch. Ground ball down to third base. Flores steps on third, fires across the first for the double play. 5U on the putout of Denton at third base to get the lead runner, and then throws across. 5-3 on the putout of Reese Bell. And the Eagles go down in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. After half an inning, 0-0. Take a quick break. Be back with the bottom of the first. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. The bottom of the first inning here at the Diamond at Leander. As Mazick throws down to second base. Here in the bottom of the first, Leander will bring up Wheatley, Buentello, and Cotton. Caden Wheatley will lead things off for the Lions. Caden, the 6-foot senior, and he'll step in from the right side. He'll face off against Nick Nolan. 3.938 ERA. 2-0 on the season, 3 starts. This is his 4th start of the year. For the Georgetown staff, the lefty from the windup. First pitch in there for a called strike. This one not to the home plate umpire's liking. This is for ball 1. 1-1 the count now to Wheatley. Ground ball down to Logan Smith. Hard hop as it went from the grass to the dirt. Fielded there by Klaus Kissamore. He'll throw it into second. They'll throw behind the runner, but Wheatley barely gets back. Hot shot. They call it the hot corner for a reason. A leadoff single. And that'll bring up number 7, Andrew Buentello. Second baseman steps in from the right side. Wheatley leads off first, held on by Reese Bell. Nolan, the lefty, from the stretch. And they got him in a pickle, and Bell can't handle the throw down from behind from Mazik. And so they threw down behind Wheatley, and he took off running. But Bell unable to grab it and make the throw. So Wheatley advances to second. Pitch called a ball. Maybe a strike. Now they put a strike on the board for Buentello. Pickoff attempt back to second. Wheatley back safely. Shortstop Hellman covering. So it is an 0-1 count to Buentello. The 0-1 pitch. Ground ball over to Bell. Fields it on a hop. He'll step over and step on the bag. But that'll move the runner up to third with 1 out. As Wheatley. Buentello. First out of the inning for Leander. 3 unassisted in the book. That'll bring up the shortstop, number 2, Jaron Cotton. He'll step in from the right side as well. He readies with 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. A runner down at third base. No one from the stretch. First pitch in there for a called strike. Oh, and 1 the count to Cotton. This one just outside. 1-1 the count. Cotton back in the box. Nolan from the stretch. The 1-1 pitch. Just high, ball 2. 2-1 the count now. The senior shortstop. This pitch. Fly ball sent down the right field line, but it is going to curl out of play. Hadden unable to get over there in time. So a long strike evens out the count. 2 balls and 2 strikes for Cotton. An all grass field. Dirt infield, but grass infield, grass outfield here in Leander. Nolan off the back of the mound, picks up the rosin bag. And ready now from the stretch. Cotton back in from the right side. The 2-2 pitch. And it's popped up down the right field line. Hadden gives chase. But this one is going to get over the right field foul line fence. So just a long foul ball. Cotton stays alive, 2-2. Cotton back in. Nolan set. The 2-2 pitch. Pop up down the right field line. This one will curl out of play. And Cotton stays alive. Wheatley down at third, 1 out here in the bottom half of the first inning. Leadoff single by Wheatley. Now at third with 1 out. The 2-2 pitch. Check swing. Foul ball down the first base line. Goes foul. Cotton back in the box. Nolan looks in and gets a sign from Mazick. The 2-2 pitch. Ground ball in the infield. It'll get to the shortstop Harmon. He backhands it, fires across, but not in time. An infield single. Things a little bit different here on the grass infield, and that's going to score Wheatley from first base. An RBI single for Cotton. And Leander takes the first lead of the ball game. And a visit from the coaching staff out to talk to Nolan. For the Eagles. Coming up to bat. For the Lions will be the first baseman, number 18, Dylan Capers. Looks like we may have a pitching change. So we'll look here. We'll take a quick break and come back and update with what we find out. 1-0 here in the bottom of the first. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. Back here at Leander High School at the Diamond at Leander. It appears that Nick Nolan has left the ball game for medical reasons, injury. I'm not going to assume anything. When he stepped off, it seemed a little weird when he grabbed the rosin bag and kind of was gathering himself and everything. But the next hitter just seemed a little bit different. And so there has been a pitching change. And so the reliever now will be number 12, Nolan Jondal. Jondal gets as much time as he needs to warm up, coming cold off the bench. Both coaches came out and talked about that. The umpires agreed. So we took the break with them to allow him to do all of his warm-up. And so the junior right-handed pitcher steps in. Nolan Jondal steps in for the Eagles now in relief here with one out in the bottom of the first. A runner on first and one out here in the Leander half of the first inning. Capers steps in now from the right side. The first baseman. Jondal will go from the stretch. First pitch. Fouled off into the mid of Mazik for strike one. Jondal's third appearance of the year. 1-1 is his record so far. Thrown 4.1 innings. Steps in here with one out. Pop up on the infield by Capers, but it's going to bend its way out of play. Back behind the first base dugout. So the count 0-2 now. To Capers. 13 pitches thrown by Nick Nolan before his exit. So hopefully Nick will be all right. Jondal, the 0-2 pitch, the runner off from first. It's low in the dirt. Mazik up, the throw down, and it's going to be in time. What a play there. Zachary Mazik picks off Cotton trying to steal second. 2-6 for the caught stealing. And now 2 outs. Pitch was low for a ball, so it's a 1-2 count with 2 outs to Capers. Jondal delivers the ground ball down the third baseline. But the kind of a feeble attempt there by the coach, Coach Grissom. He kind of reached out like, I didn't get it. Okay. So Capers stays alive. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And the Eagles get out of the inning without any more damage. Jondal comes in and strikes out Capers for out number 3. 1 run on 1 hit. No errors. No runners left on base after 1 inning. Leander leads it by 1-0 over Georgetown. Back with the second inning. More Eagle baseball on SHN in just a moment. To the top of the second, and now Capers into pitch. For the Lions. They'll face off against Heil, Klaus Kisselmore, and Smith. For the Eagles, Landon Heil steps in. First pitch misses for a ball. Second pitch outside corner for strike 1, 1-1 to count. The 1-1 pitch is up high for ball 2. So Capers into pitch. The 2-1 pitch. Line drive into right center field. It's going to get all the way to the wall. Heil around first base, motor in for second. The right fielder, Seaman, unable to get it up cleanly. And a stand-up double for the designated hitter, Landon Heil. So he'll start things off here in inning number 2 with a beautiful double to right center field. That'll bring up Ty Klaus-Kissamore for the Eagles. Ty steps in with a .371 batting average. Steps in from the right side. Cortez. Number 15, Peyton Gordon. Down at first base now for the Lions. Capers from the stretch. The pitch is high for ball 1. Sisson tries to throw down behind Heil. Unable to do so safely. He gets back. So 1-0 the count to Ty Klaus-Kissamore. One 1-0 pitch. Klaus-Kissamore pulls the bunt back and takes it for strike 1. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch catches the outside corner. It's a wide zone in the top half of the inning, and you can hear it back and forth. Klaus-Kissamore behind now in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch. Swing and a miss. And Klaus-Kissamore down. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Logan Smith. Smith steps in with a .261 batting average. He'll bat from the right side with 1 out here in the top half of the second inning. 0 for 2 against Eastview with a walk and scored 2 runs. Or scored a run in that ball game. Defensively played well for the Eagles against Eastview on Tuesday night. The first pitch from Capers. Ground down the third baseline. Fielded right on the base by the third baseman. Smith didn't run, so he's thrown out at first base. So Smith gunned down 5-3 on the putout by Flores. Heil moves up to third base. So with 2 outs, in steps Jacob Haddon, the right fielder for the Eagles from the right side. The first pitch from Capers is outside and high for ball 1. 1-0 the count to Jacob Haddon. He steps in with a .318 average. The 1-0 pitch low in the dirt. For ball 2. 2-0 the count to Haddon. 2 outs here in the top half of the second inning. Runner down at third base. The 2-0 pitch from Capers is high for ball 3. So Haddon way ahead. 3-0 in the count with 2 outs here in the top of the second. We're on the road tonight, not at home. The 3-0 pitch takes all the way, and it's in there for a strike. 3-1 the count. Capers back in the windup with the runner on third and 2 outs. The 3-1 pitch. Low for ball 4, and Haddon reaches on a walk. First walk issued in the ball game. by either team. And that'll bring up number 16, Andon Petty. Petty steps in with a .308 batting average. Steps in here with 2 outs in the top of the second. Runners on the corners. Heil at third. Haddon down at first. Capers back to the stretch now, with the 2 runners on, the first base being held on. Haddon takes off running. Sisson fakes the throw down. Heil did a good job of staying close, so the fake throw by Sisson didn't work. Pitch in there for a strike. So 0-1 the count to Petty, but now with 2 runners in scoring position as Haddon gets the stolen base. The 0-1 pitch from Capers. Low and outside in the dirt. Good stop there by the catcher, Sisson. 1-1 the count. The 1-1 pitch from Capers. A breaking ball. Catches the outside corner for strike 2. 1-2 the count. Sometimes you'll hear about a defensive indifference when the catcher won't throw down. In this case, the game is still close. It's a competitive game. That has to be several runs later in the game, about the 5th inning or later, to where it doesn't really affect the baseball game. Strike 3 called. That pitch looked a little low, but the home plate umpire didn't think so. And Petty called out. And the Eagles are down here in the bottom of the second. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 2 runners left on base. After 1.5, it's 1-0. Leander leads it. Back with more baseball here on SHN in just a moment. Up here in the bottom half of the second for Leander will be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters in the lineup. Flores, Sisson, and Stout. Flores steps in from the left side. The first pitch from Jondal in there for a strike. Flores, the third baseman. In his first at bat, back in there to go. Jondal back on the mound, the 0-1 pitch. And a foul ball sent out of play down the third base line. Now 0-2 the count to Flores. From the windup, Jondal delivers the 0-2 pitch. Nice pitch on the inside corner. Called a ball. 1-2 the count. To Flores. The 1-2 pitch is high for ball 2. Jondal came in. Gets credit for 2/3 of an inning pitched. Faced 1 batter. Thanks to Mazik's pickoff of Cotton trying to steal second. The 2-2 pitch. Ball slapped into center field. Petty ranges about 3 steps to his left and makes the catch. F8 in the book for out number 1. And that'll bring up the catcher, number 21, Caden Sisson. He'll step in for his first plate appearance. From the right side, Jondal from the windup. First pitch is high for ball one. The 1-0 pitch from Jondal. Outside corner for strike one. Evens up the count at 1-1 apiece. 1-1. One out here in the bottom of the second. 1-1 pitch. Just misses outside for ball two. Two and one. Breaking ball way outside for ball three. Sisson way ahead now. 3 balls, 1 strike. Gordon on deck. So Stout, the designated hitter, is no longer in the lineup. And Sisson draws a walk. First walk of the night. And now Stout back in the ball game. He never hit. And he'll come in a courtesy run for the catcher, Sisson. So stepping in to bat will be the first baseman, Gordon. He'll step in from the right side. 1 out here in the bottom of the second. Runner at first being held on by Bell. Ground ball to short. Hellman up with it. Flips to Davis. On to first base to Bell. 6-4-3 double play, and the Lions go down quietly here in the second. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners left on base. After 2 innings, 1-0, Leander leads it. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a moment. Go to the top of the third inning. Hellman, Mozick, and Davis due up the top of the lineup for the Eagles against Capers. Hellman steps in 0 for 1 on the night with a strikeout looking in the first. Takes the first pitch outside for ball one. The 1-0 pitch is high for ball two. 2-0 now to count. The shortstop, Eli Hellman. Back in, the 2-0 pitch. On the outside corner for strike one. 2-1 to count. So a correction now, we realize. The lineup given to us earlier from the press box was for an old game. So Capers pitched the entire first inning, and Gordon has been at first. Everything else has been the same. Grab ball down the third base line. Flores can't field it cleanly. And Hellman to reach first base. We'll see what they give him up in the booth. Should be a base hit. It was a hard, high-bounding ball that took a high hop over the head of Flores. And they give a hit to Hellman, so he's on with the single to lead it off. Here in the third inning, that'll bring up the catcher, Zachary Mozick. Mozick 0 for 1, or correction, Mozick. His first official at bat here as he was hit by a pitch. Back in the first inning. Wade Denton. Courtesy ran from him. It was cut down at third on a double play, the 5-3 double play. First pitch, swing and a miss. Harmon takes off running. Sisson hesitates and throws late. So 0-1 count to Mazik. But more importantly, Harmon down at second base with a stolen base. 0-1 the count to Mazik. With runners in scoring position, Mazik. 600 batting average. The lefty steps back in now with runners in scoring, a runner in scoring position down at second. Capers from the stretch will look back at Harmon. He'll come home with the 0-1 pitch and a ball hit. Line drive to the second baseman. Bointello, he makes it and is able to double up Harmon. He got too far away from second base there. And a nice play by Bointello. L4 for the first out. And then Harmon cut down on the 4 unassisted. Doubled off there. So 2 quick outs. And that'll bring up E.J. Davis, the second baseman, from the right side. Davis walked in his first appearance tonight. Steps in there. First pitch, high for ball 1. A 1-0 pitch. And therefore a strike. 1-1 to count. A 1-1 pitch. And therefore strike 2. Davis now behind the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes with 2 outs. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Davis down on strikes for the third out. No runs on 1 hit, no errors, no runners. Left on base after 2.5. 1-0. Leander still leads it over Georgetown. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a minute on SHN. The bottom of the third, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Lions. Starting things off will be the right fielder, number 8, Nate Seaman. From the right side, steps back in. Ball hit, base hit between short and third. That ball never got more than an inch off the ground. That worm burner right past Logan Smith to his left. Nice hard shot there by Seaman on the first pitch seen, and leads off the inning with a single. That brings up the center fielder. Number 5, Aiden Salazar. He'll step in from the right side. Seaman leads off first, held on by Bell. John Doe will throw over. Seaman back in safely. Not much of a lead off there for Seaman. John Doe from the stretch takes a peek. Delivers the pitch. Bunt out in front of the mound. John Doe up with it. He'll make the play to first. The sack bunt works there for Salazar. Moves the runner up to second base. That takes us to the top of the lineup. The left fielder, number 11, Wheatley, steps in. He's 1 for 1 on the night. He singled in the first, came around to score the only run of the ball game. The Eagles tried to throw behind him at first. Wheatley advanced to second, moved over on an infield out. John Doe fakes the throw to second. Seaman back in there. Buentello grounded to Bell at first base, which moved Wheatley up to third. Then he scored on the RBI single by Cotton for the only run of the ball game. So he steps in, 1 for 1 on the night. John Doe took his time, so Wheatley calls time, steps out. Now Mazick will go visit with John Doe on the mound. No runs, 2 hits, no errors for the Eagles. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Lions. Lions come in 2-1 in district play. The Eagles 3-0. John Doe delivers the first pitch. Ground ball to third. Past the diving Logan Smith into left field. Seaman will stop at second base. And Wheatley on at first. Wheatley 2 for 2 on the night. And now runners on the corners for the Lions. This will bring up Buentello, the second baseman. Andrew Buentello. 0 for 1 in the ball game. Steps back in from the left side. No out, or 1 out, sorry. The sacrifice bunt, the only out now. Pickoff attempt to first. Wheatley dives back in safely. 1 out here in the bottom of the third. 2 runners on. Seaman down at third, Wheatley at first. Buentello from the right side steps back in. John Doe comes set in the stretch. The pitch home, and a pop-up down the right field line. Hadden on the run, but unable to get over there in time as it bounces just before the fence. So just a long strike. 0-1 the count now to Buentello. John Doe comes set. Fires over to first. Wheatley dives back. John Doe now set. The 0-1 pitch. It's high for ball 1. 1-1 the count to Buentello. Leander 11-4 overall. 2-1 in district play. 5-3 at home. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball out towards second. To the left of Davis into right field for the hit. Here comes up Hadden. He's throwing to third. Cut off the throw over to third, but it gets away. And that will allow Buentello to move up to second base. Coach Vieira going to be out to argue here that Buentello should not get third base on that. Coach Vieira argues with the field umpire. Now he'll come talk to the home plate umpire. So 2-run score on that. As Wheatley, as he was headed to third to throw, they say it went into the dugout. I thought it hit off the fence and stayed out. So they award Wheatley home. Now they got Bointello all the way to third base on that. Hadn't fired in a rocket from right field. Harmon cut it and went to throw it. It got away. Talking about where dinner is after the ball game, it's more like the conversation looks. It's a good argument by Coach Vieira. Where was the runner at the time? They're going to give him third base. So we got 2 runs in. Now it's 3-0. So it'll have to be an error awarded there. First pitch to Cotton in there for a strike. 0-1 to count. He's 1 for 1 on the night. A single. Scored a run. He was caught stealing by Mazick. This pitch low and in the dirt. Good block by Mazick to keep it out in front of him. 1-1 to count now. To the shortstop, Cotton. So Bointello, give him an RBI and a single. Well, he advances on the throw, and that throwing error that went into the dugout has to be credited there. Pitch just inside for ball 2. So Seaman scores on the base hit. Wheatley advances, as does Bointello on the throwing error by Harmon. So E6 there. Curveball driven into left field. Ty Klaus Kissamore back gets it. But with 2 outs, that's going to allow Bointello to tag up from third and score the 3rd run of the inning. And now the Lions lead it 4-0. And that's where that argument for Coach Vieira came into play. Now he's at second base. He's unable to score on that fly ball. But a good job by Cotton. Another RBI. Sac fly there. For the 2nd out. That'll bring up the pitcher, number 18, Capers. First pitch to him inside for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 in the ball game. Struck out swinging back in the 1st inning to end the inning for the Lions. The 1-0 pitch is in there for strike 1. 1-1 now the count. 2 Capers. Jondal from the windup. The 1-1 pitch. Line drive into center field by Capers. Petty plays it on a hop, and Capers aboard with a single. 2-out single there for the pitcher, Capers. That brings up Flores, the 3rd baseman. He flew out to the center fielder, Petty, to open up the 2nd inning for the Lions. He'll step in here with 2 outs. 3 runs across here in the inning for the Lions. Courtesy runner down at first base for the Lions. Leads off first, held on by Bell. Flores in from the left side. Jondal set from the stretch. He'll throw over to first, and the courtesy runner dives back in safely. Courtesy runner number 3, Evan Yoder, 5'5" senior, running for the pitcher, Capers. First pitch home in the dirt, blocked there by Mazick. 1-0 the count to Flores. Flores will step out. The 1-0 pitch. Just off the outside corner. For ball 2, 2-0 to count to Flores. Yoder leads off first. Not a very big lead. John Doe takes a peek. And the 2-0 pitch. Fouled off back to the screen. 4 strike 1. 2 balls and a strike to Flores, the third baseman. Lucas Flores steps in. 0 for 1. In the ball game. 3 runs across here in the third for the Lions. 4-0 to score. John steps off. John Doe comes set. Takes a peek at first. Delivers the 2-0 pitch. And will not allow appeal to the field umpire. 3-1 the count now. To Flores. Looked like he didn't check his swing in time. That breaking pitch. But awarded a ball. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Yoder leads off first. Pickoff attempt by Jondal. Yoder dives back in. Flores steps back in now. The 3-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 2. Three runs on 4 hits so far here in the bottom of the third for the Lions. Full count now to the third baseman, Flores. Yoder leads off first. The 3-2 pitch. And a base hit up the middle into center field. Yoder rounds second. He's headed to third. Petty's throw to third, not in time. And the 5th hit of the inning for the Lions. Has runners on the corners. That'll bring up the catcher, Sisson. Now that'll bring a Coach Vieira out to visit with the Georgetown Eagle defense. We'll take a quick break with them. We're in the bottom of the third, 4-0. Leander leads it with runners on the corners. Pitching change coming up for the Eagles. We'll come back with all the information. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN. back here on SHN. We're in the bottom of the third inning. Leander doing work here in the bottom of the third. 3 runs on 5 hits. 1 Georgetown error. 4-0 the score. Daniel Howell has come in to pitch for the Eagles. Howell, the senior right-hander, and for his 3rd appearance of the season. He's thrown 2.2 innings. Walked 4, struck out none. Allowed 2 hits, 6 runs, 2 of them earned. And he'll face off against the catcher, Sisson, who steps in with 2 outs and runners on the corners. First pitch from Howell. Sisson went around, tried to check his swing, unable to do so. 0-1 the count to the catcher, Sisson. The 0-1 pitch popped up, back out of play over the press box for strike 2. Now Howell way ahead, no balls, 2 strikes. Howell from the stretch, the 0-2 pitch. And Sisson stays alive. The 0-2 pitch in the dirt. Mazik blocks it. Runners stay put. 1-2 now the count to the catcher, Sisson. The 1-2 pitch in the dirt. Mazik, good block there. Kept Flores at first base. 2-2 now the count to Sisson. The 2-2 pitch outside, ball 3. So Sisson's worked the count full. So Flores will be off on the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Howell comes set to payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, and Sisson down on strikes. 4 out, number 3. But not before. The Lions sent 8 batters to the plate. Put up 3 runs on 5 hits, 1 error, and 2 runners left on base. After 3 innings, 4-0, Leander leads it. We'll be back with more Eagle baseball in just a moment. Go to the top of the 4th. It'll be the 4, 5, and 6 hitters due up for the Georgetown Eagles. Bell, Heil, and Klaus Kissamore. Bell steps in. 0 for 1 on the night. Heading to the double play to end the first. 5-3. Flores felt it, stepped on third, and then threw across to Gordon for out number 3. Swing and miss at the first pitch for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Capers in for his 4th inning of work from the windup. The 0-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. Allergies flaring up here. I apologize. The 0-2 pitch. And Bell fouls it off. You hear it against the net. Stays alive in the at-bat. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch to Bell. It's outside for ball 1. 1-2 now. To the senior first baseman, Reese Bell. Bell back in from the right side. Capers from the windup. The 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And Bell down for out number 1. 5th strikeout of the night for Capers. That'll bring up number 6, Landon Heil, the designated hitter. He's got one of the 2 hits so far in the ballgame for the Eagles. He led off the 2nd inning with a double to right center field. Steps in here 1 for 1 in the night. 1 out in the top half of the 4th. From the right side, the first pitch from Capers. Breaking pitch. Called a strike. The 0-1 pitch. Blowing outside, ball 1. 1-1 the count now. Through 3 innings. Capers has thrown 46 pitches. The 1-1 pitch outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. The 2-1 pitch, low for ball 3. So Heil ahead in the count. 3 balls and a strike. One out here in the top half of the 4th. Capers gets a sign, delivers the 3-1 pitch. It's in there for a called strike. And the count runs full on Heil. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Capers steps off. Gets Sisson to go through the calls again. The payoff pitch. And a ground ball on the infield. Flores is going to have to field on a short hop throw. And it's going to be a not in time. Off the base. What a hustle there. I'm sure they're going to field that a hit here. Not giving an error to Flores. But what a play by Lucas Flores. They're going to give it an infield single to Heil, his 2nd of the night. Just the 3rd hit of the ball game, and that'll bring up number 3, Ty Klaus Kissamore. Ty struck out swinging back in inning number 2 in his first at bat, 0 for 1 on the night. First pitch to him is low. For a ball, 1-0 the count. The 1-0 pitch stays. Oh, wow. That's in there for a strike. Says the home plate umpire. About 3 inches away from hitting Klaus Kissamore. Evens up the count at 1-1. Pickoff attempt. Heil gets back in there safely. Kind of a half slide, half crab crawl. Off running, swing and a miss. The throw down from Sisson. Coach Vieira unhappy. He's out in the middle of the field already. That was the umpire went almost to throw the safe call and then punches out. Heil. The ball hopped in there. Took a hop. The shortstop had to bring it down. Coach Vieira remains in the game. So they're going to say Heil was caught stealing. 2-6. 4 out, number 2. Klaus Kisselmore, 1 ball, 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch from Capers. Low and outside. Count goes even now. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Klaus Kisselmore, the left fielder for the Eagles. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Capers, the pitch. Low and outside. The count full now. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Klaus Kisselmore. Wow, got a great jump there. Called out down at second, so the runner erased. And now the full count pitch. Inside for ball 4. Klaus Kisselmore held his swing. And he draws a walk. 3rd of the night issued by Capers. That'll bring up Logan Smith, the 3rd baseman. He steps in 0 for 1 on the night, grounded out to the 3rd baseman, Flores. Back in the 2nd inning. Steps in here with 2 outs. The top of the 4th, runner at first. First pitch, swing and a miss for Smith. 0-1 the count. Smith is going to take time as Capers took his time on the mound. Logan Smith steps out. Now back in from the right side. Klaus Kisselmore leads off first, being held on there by Gordon. The 0-1 pitch. It's inside, almost hit Smith. Evens up the count at 1-1. One to pick off attempt, not in time. Klaus Kisselmore dives back in safely. Just under the tag. Smith took timeout, now back in the box. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled off back to the backstop for strike 2. 1-2 the count to Logan Smith. Jacob Haddon on deck for the Eagles. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the 4th inning, runner at first, Ty Klaus Kisselmore. Leads off first, Gordon holds him on. The 1-2 pitch, low and outside. 2-2 now. To the senior 3rd baseman. Logan back in the box. 2-2 pitch. And fouled off. Down the 3rd baseline. Past the Eagle dugout. Smith stays alive. 2-2 the count. Pickoff attempt over at first. Klaus Kisselmore dives back in safely. Smith steps out, now back in the box. 2-2. Capers delivers. Swing and a miss. And the Eagles down here in the 4th. No runs on 1 hit. No errors. One runner left on base. After 3.5, 4-0, Leander leads it over the Eagles. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a minute. Go to the bottom of the fourth inning. Leander brings up 7, 8, 9 hitters. Gordon, Seaman, and Salazar. Gordon, 0 for 1 on the night, grounded into a 6-4-3 double play. Steps in from the right side. Hal's first pitch high for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch. And that one hit Gordon. So he'll be down at first base on the hit by pitch. That'll bring up Seaman, the right fielder. He's 1 for 1 on the night, scored a run. He led off things to start the third for the Lions. Scored on the RBI single by Bointello. So Gordon will lead off first. Reese Bell will hold him on there. Howe from the stretch. The first pitch to Seaman high for ball 1. This pitch, a bunt by Seaman. Smith on the throw in the dirt. Good backup there by E.J. Davis to keep the runners at first and second. That'll be an error on the third baseman, Logan Smith. Throwing on the run. A good throw gets Seaman. So now 2 runners aboard with no out. That'll bring up the center fielder, Salazar. Sacrifice bunt in his last at bat to move the runner up, Seaman. So Salazar steps in for his first official at bat now. Here in the bottom of the fourth, 4-3, or 4-0. Leander leads it. He bunts again down the third base line. Smith up with it. This throw, and it's an error down the line away from Reese Bell, but it's out of play. And that'll advance the runners to second and third. Score Gordon from second. Another error on Smith. So now runners at second and third with no outs. Salazar laying down a bunt, and the bunt gave Logan Smith plenty of time. It was hard and out there off of one hop, fielded by Smith, but the throw too far away for Bell to reach. So now 2 runners on, no outs, and it brings off the leadoff hitter, Wheatley. He'll swing and miss at the first pitch from Howe. Strike 1. No balls and 1 strike. The 0-1 pitch in the dirt. Mazick blocks it and keeps it out in front of him. 1-1 now, the count to Wheatley. Unbelievable. The St. Peter's Peacocks defeat the Purdue Boilermakers in the Sweet 16. The number 15 seed advances to the Elite 8. Impressive. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss by Wheatley. Nice breaking ball in the dirt there by Howe. And now he's ahead in the count of over Wheatley. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Howe comes set from the stretch. 1-2 pitch, foul ball. Wheatley fouled it off of himself as he hits the deck. Slowly gets up, gingerly. Here comes the athletic training staff for Leander. Looks like off his left ankle there. Give Wheatley some time here. Not wearing any of the, see a lot of batters these days wearing the guards on their arms from being hit in the elbows and off their ankles to protect from foul balls just like that. And Wheatley took a big hack and fouled it off. Looks like he'll be all right. Couple of cuts there, fix the batting gloves, and he'll step back in. 1 ball and 2 strikes for the left fielder, Caden Wheatley. Ice and ibuprofen will be his friend later. This pitch up and away for ball 2, evens out the count now. 2-2 to Wheatley. Wheatley will take time and award it by the home plate umpire. Step out, gather himself, and back in the box. The 2-2 pitch. Breaking pitch, swing and a miss. Wheatley down on strikes for out number 1. A big out there for the Eagles. Howell's second strikeout. That'll bring up Buentello, the second baseman. He is 1 for 2 on the night. Grounded out in the first inning. An RBI single in the third, came around to score. Steps in here with 2 runners on. Second and third, 1 out. 5-0 your score. Buentello fouls the first pitch, back up over the backstop. Out of play for strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, and it's fouled off again. Down the first base line, out of play. Nice off-speed pitch there by Howell. And he's ahead in the count now. No balls, 2 strikes. 1 out here in the bottom of the 4th. 1 run across for Leander in this inning. 5-0 the score. Howell comes set. The 0-2 pitch. And a line drive to the right side. It's through. Here comes Haddon with it. He'll throw it in. It's not cut off, but a good job by Mazick to block it at home plate. That keeps Buentello at first, and they hold up Salazar at third base. So an RBI single by Buentello. Scores Seaman from third. Salazar moves up to third. He's held up there. And now another visit here from Coach Vieira. Cotton ready to go. Now Coach Vieira calls time. We'll take it with them. 6-0. Leander leads it. And it looks like we're going to have another pitching change for the Eagles. Back with that here in just a minute. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN. the pitch for the Eagles is the left fielder, Ty Klaus Kissamore. He'll move into pitch. Howell exits the ballgame. Wade Denton goes into play left field for the Eagles. Cotton steps in with one out. Here in the bottom half of the fourth inning. 2 runs across so far, 1 out. Runners on the corners. Wayne Tello down at first. Salazar at third. First pitch to Cotton. Fouled off back to the backstop. Strike 1. Cotton, 1 for 1 on the night. Had an RBI single in the first, caught stealing by Mazik, and then had a sac fly in the third for another RBI. Squares around the bunt, does out in front of the mound. Klaus Kissamore fields it, throws the first to throw home, and what a play, a double play by the Eagle defense. It wasn't even close. Salazar gets up with his hands up in the air, but he was hosed by Reese Bell. What a play, and what a play by Mazik to catch it and place the tag. The bunt out in front of the mound. What a double play for the Eagle defense to get out of that one. 1-3 on the putout, and then 3-2 on the double up there at home plate to Salazar on the delay go. He got gunned out at home, and Mazik had to scoop it, and he does and plies the tag for a bang-bang play, and the Eagles get out of trouble after just giving up 2 to the Lions. Leander puts up 2 more runs on the board on 1 hit. 2 Eagle errors and 1 runner left on base. After 4 innings, it's 6-0. Leander leads it. More Eagle baseball in just a moment. To the top of the 5th, the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for the Eagles. Haddon, Petty, and Hellman due up for the Eagles. Haddon steps in. He walked in his first at bat. Stole second base, left stranded there back in inning number 2. He'll start it off against Capers here in the top of the 5th. Takes the first pitch outside for ball 1. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. For Jacob Haddon. Capers from the windup, the 1-1 pitch is low for ball 2. 2-1 now the count to Jacob Haddon. Haddon walked back in the second inning. That's his 3rd walk of the year. Steps in here. The 2-1 count. Breaking pitch in there. For a strike. 2-2 the count. Two balls, 2 strikes. Capers with the pitch. Up for ball 3. And the count goes full now to Jacob Haddon. The right fielder, 3-2, no outs. Haddon back in the box. Capers with the payoff pitch. Low for ball 4. Haddon draws his second walk of the night. And Petty will step in. He's 0 for 1. He struck out looking. Back in the second inning. Step in here with the runner down at first and no outs. Fourth walk of the night for Capers. Pickoff attempt, not in time, as Haddon dives back in safely. First pitch to Petty, gets away from the catcher. Sisson's in the dirt. Wild pitch there. That'll allow Haddon to move up to second base on the wild pitch. First wild pitch of the night for Capers. Now runner down at second. 1-0 the count to Petty. Petty put the bat out to bunt. Didn't pull it back in time. Takes it for a strike. 1-1 the count now. The 1-1 pitch. Same pitch that was a ball earlier. It's now a strike on that outside corner. Generous zone there for Capers, and now Petty behind. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Haddon leads off second base. The second baseman, Buentello, back and forth to keep him close. The 1-2 pitch. And a foul ball back to the screen to stay alive for Petty. And a balk whistled on Capers. That'll move up Haddon to third base. 1-2 the count to Petty. No outs. So the runner at third, the 1-2 pitch. Outside for ball 2. 2-2 now the count. To Andon Petty. Eagles trying to make some noise here in the top of the fifth, trailing by 6. The 2-2 pitch, a ground ball, and it gets through for a base hit. An RBI single for Andon Petty. It gets past the left fielder. Petty around first. He's going to head to second, and he's going to try for third. Nope, he's going to hold up there. Andon Petty be at second base, the first error of the ball game for the Lions, but it's an RBI single. He advances to second on the error. And the Eagles finally get on the board. So a lot happening on that play. And now a meeting at the mound for the Lions. Here as the Eagles make some noise in the top of the fifth. 6-1 your score. Quick timeout. Back with more Eagle baseball on SHN. meeting on the mound has ended. The Georgetown Eagle Band trying to get the crowd pumped up, or at least here in my ears. Thanks to the Eagle Band for the sound bites, the fight song, everything they provided to help make this even better, to highlight the students. The first pitch to Hellman. It's a ground ball up the middle, base hit. Here comes Petty around third. He's going to be waved home, and he'll be up standing at home. And Hellman aboard with an RBI single. Now the Eagles getting to Capers. 2 RBI hits in a row. Petty picked up his 5th RBI on the season on his RBI single. Eli Hellman picks up his 8th RBI of the year. And steps Zachary Mazik, the catcher, from the left side with no outs. 6-2 your score. The Eagles put 2 on the board here in the top of the 5th, making some noise. Pickoff attempt. Hellman dives back safely. At first base, the dugout, the chirping getting louder on the third base side for the Eagles, as Capers having to work here in the top of the 5th. Hellman leads off first, held on by Gordon. The first pitch to Mazik, and it's low for ball 1. Ball 1 to Mazik, 1-0 the count. He's 0 for 1 on the night, a line drive. A little line out to the second baseman, Buentelo, who doubled up Hellman at second base after that. Hit by a pitch in his first at bat. Steps in here with no outs. Runner at first. The 1-0 pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. 1-1 count now to the catcher, Mazik. Grumbling on one side and good pitch on the other. But it was a ball. 2-1 now, the count. Capers takes a long walk around the far side of the mound. Now settles back on top of the mound. In the stretch. 2-1 the count to Mazik. Hellman leads off first. Pickoff attempt, and Hellman easily back. Mazik will take a step out of the box and gather himself. Zachary Mazik back in the box. The Eagle crowd starting to make some noise. 2-1 pitch and a ground ball, but it is pulled foul towards the Leander dugout down the first baseline. And the count evens out now at 2-2. Capers now on the mound, comes set from the stretch. Hellman leads off first. Mazik ready in the box. The 2-2 pitch. Outside, ball 3. Cheers on one side. Moans on the other. What a close pitch. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to the catcher, Mazik. The 3-2 pitch, and it hits him. Dead ball. Mazik hit for the second time of the night. And he's down at first base. Hellman moves up to second. And that'll bring up, looks like Jacob Faltasek. Chance Faltasek, I apologize. And a courtesy run for the catcher, Mazik. This will bring up the second baseman, E.J. Davis. E.J. steps in with runners on first and second, no outs. Here in the top of the 5th, Davis 0 for 1 on the night. Walked in the first inning, struck out swinging. In the third, steps in here. First pitch, a nice breaking pitch in there for strike 1. 0-1 the count. Davis looked like he was about to lay down a bunt. Pulled it back, took the strike. Capers looks back at Harmon, leading off second. He'll come home, the 0-1 pitch, the breaking pitch. Stayed up for ball one. Cheers on one side, jeers on the other. Jeering at the umpire. Oh, come on, Blau. You hear it up in the crowd. Good turnout for both teams. Beautiful night here. The wind is non-existent. The flag's out on the flagpole, just hanging there, unlike Tuesday night. The 1-1 pitch. And another balk call there. That'll move the runners up to second and third. And here comes the Leander coach, Coach Grissom, to talk to the home plate umpire. The second balk call here in the inning. And a warning to the crowd from Leander. One of them chirped at the Blue, said they're bad enough, you don't need to help them, Blue. And he turned around and he said, be quiet or leave. The correct call. So a 1-1 count for Davis. Runners now at second and third. No outs here in the top of the fifth. 2 runs across for Georgetown to this point. Coach Vieira visits with the home plate umpire. Davis back in from the right side. 1 ball and 1 strike. Runners at second and third. Valtasek, the courtesy runner at second. Harmon, the runner at third. The 1-1 pitch. And Davis takes a big cut and miss there. 2 strikes now. 1 ball, 2 strikes for Davis. Base hit here. Good chance at scoring 2 runs. The 1-2 pitch on the outside corner is called strike 3. There is that home side generous strike on that outside corner for right-handed batters. And the 6th, make that the 7th strikeout of the night for Capers. And that's the first out here in the top of the 5th, and that brings up the senior first baseman, Reese Bell. He's 0 for 2 on the night. Steps in here with runners on second and third, 1 out. First pitch from Capers, and it's sent into left field. Wheatley drops back for it. He'll make the catch. Harmon will tag up from third, and he'll score easily to cut this lead in half. But Reese Bell with a sac fly RBI. F7 in the book for out number 2. What a beautiful sac fly there for Bell. 3 runs across now. And that'll bring up number 6, Landon Heil. The designated hitter tonight so far. 2 for 2, a double and a single. Left stranded on third base in the second inning. Called out trying to steal second in the 4th. Takes the first pitch in there for a strike. Valtasek, the courtesy runner, down at second base. Leads off there. The 0-1 pitch to Heil in the dirt. Good block there by Sisson. 1-1 to count now to Heil. The Eagles have cut the lead in half here in the top half of the 5th inning. 6-3 your score. 3 runs on 5 hits, 2 errors for the Eagles. 6 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Lions. As Sisson looks back over to the dugout. Heil back in the box. Capers set from the stretch. Looks back at second. Delivers the 1-1 pitch. And it's low for ball 2. 2 balls and 1 strike to Heil. Capers looks back and faults a sec. Now delivers the 2-1 pitch on the outside corner. Strike 2. Coming into the inning, Capers had thrown 69 pitches. "28 pitches already this inning. And that one plunks Heil right in the middle of the back. The 3rd hit batter of the night for Capers. Now runners on first and second with 2 outs. That'll bring up Ty Klaus Kisselmore, the pitcher. Klaus Kisselmore trying to combine those two. Steps in here. Currently the pitcher. He came in relief there in the bottom of the 4th. Threw 2 pitches. Got the Eagles out on a beautiful double play. Steps in here. Klaus Kisselmore into the head of Capers, calls timeout. Runners at first and second. Faltasek down at second. Heil leads off first. Capers set from the stretch. The first pitch. Up and out for ball 1. 1-0. To Ty. Ty 0 for 1 on the night. Struck out swinging in the second. Walked. Back in the 4th inning. 0 for 1 on the night so far. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. The 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Sisson. Sisson mad at himself. He hesitated and then threw back behind the runner, Faltasek. Way too late. A good job of blocking that pitch in the dirt. 2-0 the count now. To Ty. Klaus Kisselmore. Capers comes set, looks back at Faltasek. The 2-0 pitch. And Faltasek fouls it back to the screen for strike 1. 2-1 the count. Right beside our field mic, which we have tucked into the net. Sounds awesome. First game, it was scary. We put it down in between the backstop padding at Glenn. Fired a foul ball up. It hit the padding right by the microphone. It sounded like gunfire in the earphones. 2-1 the count to Klaus Kisselmore. Runners at first and second. 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. Georgetown has cut the lead in half, 6-3. The 2-1 pitch. Called a strike on the check swing. Evens up the count now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ty Klaus Kisselmore from the right side, back in the box, ready to go. Faltasek leads off second. Heil off first. Capers the 2-2 pitch. And a tie for ball 3. Full count now, so the runners will be off with the pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Capers comes set. The payoff pitch. And a swing and a miss. Klaus Kisselmore down on strikes. And the Eagles are down here in the top of the 5th. But not before they put up 3 runs on 2 hits and 1 Leander error. 2 runners left on base. After 4.5 innings, 6-3, Leander leads it by 3. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a moment. go to the bottom of the 5th inning. And the Lions bring up the 4, 5, and 6 hitters. Capers, Flores, and Sisson. Capers in from the right side. He's 1 for 2 on the night. A single and a strikeout. First pitch, ground ball. Logan Smith fills it up on the run. Fakes the throw to first. Good play there by Logan Smith. 5-3 on the putout. 1 pitch, 1 out. Here in the bottom half of the 5th. That'll bring up Flores, the third baseman. Klaus Kisselmore from the stretch comes set. The lefty Flores ready. The first pitch in there for a strike. 0-1 to count. Ty comes set. The 0-1 pitch. It's high for ball 1. Evens up the count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Ty set. The 1-1 pitch. Just low and outside for ball 2. 2-1 the count. Nick Nolan started the ballgame, 1 1/3 of the inning through 13 pitches, gave up 2 hits and a run. Before leaving, Flores slaps this one foul down the third base line. Count evens out at 2-2. Nolan left for medical reasons after throwing just 13 pitches. John Doe came on to relief, pitched 2 1/3 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, struck out 1, walked 1. He threw 35 pitches. And then Howell came in to pitch in relief. Swing and a miss. Flores down on strike for the second out. Beautiful pitch by Ty Klaus Kisselmore. And Flores gives way to the catcher Sisson. Klaus Kisselmore, first strikeout for him. Howell came in, pitched 2/3 of an inning, threw 20 pitches. Gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, struck out 2. First pitch to Sisson, in there for a strike. 0-1 the count. Sisson 0 for 1 on the night, walked. Back in the second inning, struck out swinging in the third. This pitch inside for ball 1. 1-1 the count now to the catcher Sisson. Ty comes set. The 1-1 pitch. Just inside. We're ball 2. 2-1 now. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. For the Lions. 2-1 pitch fouled off back over the backstop. And the count evens out at 2-2. To the catcher Sisson. The 2-2 pitch. Outside corner. Sisson knew it. He walked off. Strikeout looking. Second strikeout of the inning for Ty Klaus Kisselmore. And the Lions go quietly. No runs, no hits, no errors, no runners. Left on base. After 5 innings, 6-3. Leander leads it by 3. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a moment. So a pitching change here in the top of the 6th inning for the Leander Lions. Coming into pitch is a senior, number 12, Jamie Williams. Capers moves from pitcher to first base. Gordon exits the lineup. For the Lions, due up here in the top of the 6th are the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Smith leads it off. Logan Smith steps in from the right side. First pitch outside for ball 1. Smith 0 for 2 on the night. Grounded out to third. Back in the 2nd inning. Struck out swinging in the 4th. Steps in here to lead things off in the top of the 6th. The 0-1 pitch is low for ball 2. 2-0 the pitch to the senior third baseman, Logan Smith. From the windup, the 2-0 pitch and a base hit in between third and short into left field is Logan Smith. He'll be on with a leadoff single. That'll bring up the right fielder, number 10, Jacob Haddon. Haddon 0 for 0 on the night. He's walked 2 times. In the 2nd and the 5th. Advanced to 2nd on a wild pitch last inning. Came around to score. On the base hit by Petty. Haddon steps in here with no outs. In the top of the 6th inning, Williams goes to the stretch as Logan Smith leads off first, held on there by Capers. Williams delivers home, and Haddon fouls it off back to the screen for strike 1. Capers leaves the game. He pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, struck out 7, walked 4, hit 3 batters, threw 104 pitches. Now moves to first base. Williams comes set. He'll throw over to first. Logan Smith. Safe. Back in easily there at first. Williams comes set. The 0-1 pitch outside for ball 1. The count evens up. 1-1 to Jacob Haddon. Logan Smith has stole 2 bases this year. Has not been caught stealing yet. Leads off first. Capers holds him on there. Good lead for Logan at first. Williams from the stretch shakes off a pitch. Takes a look at first. Now comes set. The 1-1 pitch. And Haddon swing and miss at the high heater. Now Jacob behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Logan with the big lead off first. 1-2 to count to Haddon. Williams set from the stretch, takes a look at first. And he'll throw over to first, and Smith back easily there. Smith takes a generous lead off first. Williams comes set in the stretch. The 1-2 pitch, up and out. They throw back behind Smith, but not in time. He dives back in safely. One thing you can say about the catcher, Sisson, he is not afraid to try to show his arm off. He will throw behind runners in a hurry. Two and two the count to Haddon. Logan leads off first. Williams takes a peek, comes set. The 2-2 pitch, and Haddon grounds it softly up the first baseline, but it's going to trickle foul. Capers went to field the ball. and let it go foul, but stood in the middle of the baseline as Haddon's running down the line. If he grabs that fair, Haddon's trying to get down the baseline. They run into each other. Capers didn't take very kindly to it. You hear the umpire yell, easy, easy. Haddon stays alive. 2-2. No outs here in the top of the 6th. Runner on first. Logan Smith led it off with a single. He leads off first. Williams set from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for Haddon. He chased the breaking ball outside. He goes down swinging for out number 1. In steps Andon Petty. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Struck out looking in the 2nd. Had an RBI single in the 5th. Advanced to 2nd on the error by the left fielder, Wheatley. Came around to score on the RBI single by Hellman. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. First pitch from Williams, up for ball 1. Logan Smith, the runner at first, led off the inning with a single. Petty back in the right side, the 1-0 pitch. Petty takes it for strike 1. 1-1 now the count to the center fielder. One ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Here in the top of the 5th inning, top of the 6th inning. Logan Smith leads off first. Williams takes a peek there. Delivers the 1-1 pitch. Petty pulls back the bat on the bunt attempt. Takes it for strike 2. 1-2 now the count to Andon Petty. Smith off first. Capers holds him on. Williams set from the stretch. Williams steps off and looks at first. Logan Smith walks back to the back and will reset. Williams back set. The 1-2 pitch. Smith off running, and it's a base hit into right center field. Smith is around second. He goes to third, and the center fielder loses the ball. Smith being waved around third. He's coming home, and he'll be safe. So an RBI single for Andon Petty, his 2nd of the night. Logan Smith comes all the way around to score. I guess they're not going to give him an RB on that. You're going to have an error on the center fielder. So Andon Petty will get a single. The run scores on the error. But now a 2 for 3 night for Andon Petty. But you can put the ball in play and good things happen. And the Eagles now down by 2, 6-4. This brings up the top of the lineup. Eli Hellman steps in. He's 2 for 3 on the night as well. 2 singles, an RBI, stolen base. Came around to score a run in the last inning. Petty leads off first base. Capers holds him on. 1 out here in the top of the 6th. Hellman squares around the bunt. Petty takes off trying to steal second. And he's thrown out by Sisson. Oh, Petty got down at second base. Two outs here in the top of the 6th inning. Oh, and 1 the count to Hellman. The pitch catches the outside corner for strike 2. 11 stolen bases on the year for Petty. That's the first time he's been caught stealing this year. 2 outs at the top of the 6th. The 0-2 pitch, and Hellman fouls it off to stay alive in the at-bat into the backstop. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 6-4 your score. Base is empty. The 0-2 pitch to Hellman. And it's in the dirt. Gets past Sisson. Now a 1-2 count to Eli Hellman. 2 for 3 on the night, 2 singles. Struck out looking to lead the ball game off in the top of the 1st. Stole second, back in the 3rd. Came around to score in the top of the 5th. Steps in here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. And Hellman goes down for out number 3, but not before the Eagles get 1 run on 2 hits, 1 error, and no runners left on base. We go to the bottom of the 6th, 6-4, Leander by 2. Back with more Eagle baseball after this. The bottom of the 6th, the 7, 8, 9 hitters due up. For the Lions. First pitch taking was a strike, swing and a miss on the second pitch. So Gordon stayed in, I guess, as a designated hitter. Ground this one down the 3rd baseline, but it's foul. So Gordon stays alive in this at-bat. Gordon, Seaman, and Salazar due up. For the Lions, Gordon 0-2. The pitch from Klaus. Kissamore is low and inside for ball 1. 1-2 the count now. And a swing and a miss. Gordon down on strikes for out number 1. 3rd strikeout of the ball game for Klaus Kissamore. One out here in the bottom of the 6th, brings up the right fielder, Seaman. First pitch is a ball. This pitch outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count now. To the right fielder, Seaman. He's 1 for 2 on the night. Reached on an error in his last at bat. singled in the third inning, has scored 2 runs. This ball fouled off out of play. Strike 1, 2-1 to count now. To the right fielder, back in from the right side. Klaus Kissamore comes set. The 2-1 pitch. And a ground ball in the infield. Here comes Harmon. He's going to play it right before the hop. On the run, makes the throw. And Bell gets back to the base. Good play there by the big first baseman, Reese Bell. 6-3 on the putout. And here comes Coach Grissom. Have a conversation. With the field umpire. Reese Bell did a great job there, stretching and then getting back on the bag. Coach Grissom going to ask for help, and so the first base umpire comes down, or the field umpire comes down to visit with the home plate umpire. Now a discussion. Now the discussion of where we're having drinks after the ball game. Applebee's it is. So the right fielder called out after a discussion between the 2 umpires. And so with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th, here comes the center fielder, Salazar. He's 0 for 1 on the night. First pitch from Klaus Kissamore. Out for ball 1. Laid down a sacrifice bunt back in the 3rd inning, and then reached on an error in the 4th. Fouls this one off the mask of Mazik for strike 1. 1-1 to count. Home plate umpire goes out, tosses the ball to Ty to give Mazik a chance to reset after he took that one off the front of the mask. 1-1 to count to Salazar. The 1-1 pitch, breaking ball, breaks outside too much. 2-1 to count. This pitch low and inside. Now 3-1 count to Salazar. And this pitch is low for ball 4. And Ty issues his first walk of the ball game. Only the second walk of the ball game by any Georgetown pitcher, but that'll bring out a visit from Coach Vieira. Here comes our main man, Jared Fremmel, bringing the balls out to the umpire. Trying to get the crowd going, Jared. The hats off, waving the crowd. Love it. Jared doing his job tonight, getting the crowd going here in the bottom of the 6th. Klaus Kissamore comes out. Good job of relief pitching by Klaus Kissamore. Ty takes a seat, and a change comes in here. Maybe Wade Denton coming in from left field. And that will send it is. Wade Denton's going to come in from left field to pitch, and Ty will go back to left field for the Eagles. So we'll take a quick break, be back with more action. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN. Wade Denton Comes in a relief now, the fifth pitcher of the night for the Georgetown Eagles. Face the leadoff hitter, Wheatley. First pitch, swing and a miss. Quickly ahead of Wheatley, 0-1. Wade Denton does not have an ERA, .00. I guess he technically does. This pitch called a strike, 0-2 the count. It's technically 0-0-0. Wade in his fifth appearance. 1 win, no losses, 2 saves. Struck out 11, walked none. And he strikes out. Wheatley swinging. 3-pitch strikeout, as they like to say. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Denton comes in and shuts it down. We go to the top of the 7th. The Eagles down to their last 3 outs to try to complete this comeback. 6-4 your score. Leander leads it over Georgetown. Back with more Eagle baseball in just a minute. Here at the Diamond at Leander. The Eagles go to the top of the 7th inning, trailing by 2, 6-4 to the Leander Lions. Mazik, Davis, and Bell due up here in the top of the 7th. Mazik steps in from the left side, 0 for 1 on the night. Has been hit by a pitch 2 times. Back in the 1st and in the 5th inning. Steps in here to lead things off. Takes the first pitch on the outside corner. 4 strike 1. Jamie Williams still in the ballgame. He came in a relief of Capers back in the 6th inning. Threw 18 pitches, struck out 2. This pitch up and out, 4-1. Count evens up at 1 apiece. Capers or Williams did give up 1 run, 2 hits. In that inning, last inning, the 6th, top of the 6th. Mazik will take time out here, step out, gather himself. Williams will step off. Mazik back in the box. Williams from the windup. And the 1-1 pitch. Outside, ball 2. 2-1 to count. To the senior catcher, Zachary Mazik. 4 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors for the Eagles. 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Lions. The 2-1 pitch. And it's set into center, shallow. But the shortstop, Cotton, will make it right on the edge of the grass. P6 in the book for out number 1. And the Eagles down to their last 2 outs as E.J. Davis steps in. Oh for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts. Walked back in the 1st. Steps in here with 1 out. In the top of the 7th, Williams from the windup. The first pitch. Fouled off back to the screen. 4 strike 1. Williams ready now from the windup. The 0-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss for Davis. 0-2 now the count. No balls, 2 strikes. Reese Bell on deck for the Eagles. Williams with the 0-2 pitch. Off the outside corner for ball 1. Nice pitch there by Williams. Took a chance of getting that corner. The famous corner. It's been pretty open against right-handed hitters. It's a ball there. Now the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch from Williams. And a ball sent into right field. The right fielder Seaman on the run, but he's going to be able to camp under it and make the catch for out number 2. F9 in the book. And that'll bring up Reese Bell with 1 out remaining here for the Eagles in the top of the 7th. Bell 0 for 2 on the night. Grounded out in the 1st, struck out swinging in the 4th. And an RBI sac fly in the 5th inning. Steps in here with 2 outs. Landon Heil, the DH, on deck. If Bell can reach base. First pitch from Williams is high for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Low and out for ball 2. 2-0 now. To the first baseman, Reese Bell. Two and 0. Swing and a miss. Didn't catch up to the fastball. It's 2-1 now. To the first baseman, Reese Bell. Two and 1 to count. Williams from the stretch. And Bell taking. And he takes it for strike 2. So the Eagles down to their last strike now. 2 balls, 2 strikes. They're in the top of the 7th. Bell back in the box and ready. Williams from the stretch. The 2-2 pitch. And it hits Bell, so the inning stays alive as Reese Bell reaches base on the hit by pitch. I would expect maybe to see a pinch runner here. Put some speed on the base pass. We'll see. We are going to have a pinch runner here for Bell. It's going to be Chance Faltasek. Oh, in steps Landon Heil, the designated hitter tonight. Heil, 2 for 2 on the night. He has a double, a single, and reached base on a hit by pitch back in the 5th inning. He'll step in here with 2 outs and a runner down at first. Williams stays in the ball game and from the stretch. Ball in the dirt, gets past Sisson, and Faltasek will move up to second, so that'll put him in scoring position. Wild pitch from Williams, his 2nd of the night. And a 1-0 count to Landon Heil. Looks like they've got a pinch hitter on deck, in the on-deck circle. If Heil's able to reach base. Looks like it may be Nick Silva. A 1-0 count, low and outside for ball 2, 2-0. Now to Heil. Two balls, no strikes. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Valtasek leads off second. Williams set from the stretch. The 2-0 pitch to Heil. And the breaking pitch in there. 4 strike 1. Two and 1 to count to Heil. The 2-1 pitch. And Heil holds off. And the pitch in there for strike 2. So back to it. The Eagles down to their last strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. 6-4, Leander by 2. Leander looking to give Georgetown their first loss in district play. Leander sits at 2-1 in district. Georgetown sits at 2-0 or 3-0. Williams set. The 2-2 pitch. And that one's up for ball 3. Breaking pitch just stayed high. Good eye there by Landon Heil. Having himself a ball game. 2 for 2. Has reached base in all 3 at-bats. But now this important at-bat here. Full count with 2 outs. Valtasek leads off second. The pinch runner for Reese Bell. Williams comes set from the stretch. The payoff pitch. And Heil pops it up. If it gets out of play, it stays alive, and it does. Back to the stands. So Heil stays alive. I guess the big, true underlying story in this ball game is you just hope Nick Nolan's okay. He left after 13 pitches, a third of an inning in the top of the first, or bottom of the first inning. You just hope he's all right, not hurt anything major. The Eagles have fought back here, down by 2. 3-2 count to Heil with 2 outs, top of the 7th. The 3-2 pitch, outside ball 4. And now Valtasek has got himself in a rundown. He's going to scramble back to second, and he'll get in there. Thank goodness. Coach Vieras steps out to the third baseline. He's like, calm down. Calm down. So now 2 base runners on as Heil reaches for the 4th time of the night. This time on a base on balls. He reached in 4 different manners. A double, a single, a hit by pitch, and now a base on balls. Runners on first and second, and we do have a sub here. Coming into bat will be number 9, Nick Silva, the senior. Steps in. 375 batting average. He's walked once, struck out once. 12th plate appearance. He's had 8 official at-bats. Steps in here in the 6th spot in the lineup for Klaus Kisselmore. Runners on first and second. 2 outs here in the top of the 7th. Williams comes set, the first pitch. Breaking ball in there for strike 1. 0-1 count to Silva. Valtasek leads off second. Heil off first. Williams takes a look back at second, delivers the 0-1 pitch. Up and out for ball 1. 1-1 the count now to Nick Silva. A 1-1 count now to Silva. The 1-1 pitch inside. Oh, my. Gonna say up and in, but that was a strike called by the home plate umpire. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes. to the senior Nick Silva. Silva pitched a good game against the Eastview Patriots on Tuesday night. Steps in here at crunch time. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, top of the 7th. Williams set the pitch. And I'm not going to say it's a makeup pitch, but I think several people thought that was the end of the ball game. Now the count 2-2 to Silva. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Faltasek off second. Heil off first. Williams set from the stretch, looks back at Faltasek, delivers the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. And Silva down on strikes, and the Eagles fall to the Leander Lions 6-4. Quick timeout. Be back with the final numbers. You're listening to Eagle Baseball on SHN Sports. Leander Lions victorious over your Georgetown Eagles tonight, 6-4. 4 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors for the Eagles. 6 runs, 8 hits, 2 errors for the Lions. Capers gets the win behind 5 innings of pitches, struck out 7, walked 4. Allowed 3 runs, gave up 5 hits, threw 104 pitches, hit 3 batters. So Capers did a great job tonight, the senior pitcher for Leander. For your Georgetown Eagles, Nolan went out after a third of an inning with 13 pitches thrown. Hopefully he is all right. He left medically there after the third of an inning pitch. John DeLon for 2 1/3 innings, threw 35 pitches, gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, struck out 1, walked 1. Then Howe came in for 2/3 of an inning, gave up 1 hit, 2 runs, struck out 2, only threw 20 pitches. Klaus Kissamore came in. Ty came in, gave up pitched 2 1/3 innings. Struck out 3, walked 1, pitched 27, threw 27 pitches. But then Wade Denton came in for that third of an inning, threw 3 pitches, the strikeout to Wheatley to end the 6th for the Lions. Batting-wise for your Eagles, Hellman 2 for 4, scored a run, stole a base. Mazik 0 for 2, and then reached base on 2 other at-bats when he was hit by pitch on two other occasions. Davis over 3 with a base on balls. Bell 0 for 2 with a sac fly and a hit by pitch. Had an RBI on that sacrifice fly. Landon Heil, the designated hitter, 2 for 2 on the night. Reached base in all 4 at bats. He had a walk and was hit by a pitch. Had a double and a single. Klaus Kissamore 0 for 2 on the night with a walk. Silva ended the ballgame there in his pinch hit. He went 0 for 1 with that strikeout. Smith went 1 for 3, scored a run. Haddon went 0 for 1, stole a base, had 2 walks, and scored a run in the ballgame. And then Andon Petty, 2 for 3 on the night with 2 singles, scored a run, struck out in his other at-bat. The Eagles fall to the Lions and drop to 12-2 overall and 3-1 in district play. Tomorrow, the Eagles take on the Round Rock Dragons at Round Rock at noon. We'll be live with pregame at 11:45 a.m. First pitch at 12 o'clock. Hope and pray that Kelly DeVoll will be able to join us tomorrow for the first time this year and in the booth, because we know Doppler Dave will be back serving the community at the Georgetown Fire Department. We'll get us all out one night. But a tough night here on the road. The Eagles fought and came back. It'll be interesting to talk to Coach Vieira. Stay tuned this week on Thursday. Our first coaches show live from Pokey Joe's. We'll be live at 6:45 with the Georgetown Eagle Baseball Coaches Show with Coach Jordan Vieira. Join us on Thursday night. We'll put it up and tweet about it throughout the week. But we had a game tomorrow and a game Tuesday, and then we'll be there at Pokey Joe's on Thursday night for the Coaches Show. Thanks for joining us tonight. Have a good weekend. But join us tomorrow, 11:45 pregame, 12 o'clock first pitch. If you can't be at Round Rock High School, join us here live on SHN Sports. Thanks, everybody. Have a good night. And remember, it doesn't cost you a dime to be kind.